Hello, this is teddygaming. Welcome back to another very interesting video, shall we say. Just because today we're looking at a brand new TMT crossover, which I'll be doing in October. And with this crossover, is one which I'm not too sure is actually official just yet. And the reason why I say that is just because I found out about this crossover just today, and yet I can't find any sort of like statements or anything like that going over saying that, oh yeah, like this crossover is coming out in October. But when you look at the cover, it's basically official because there's the RW logo down there, the not official art thing, which basically means that it's all basically official as well. There's like so much that goes into this that it's basically confirming that it's more or less is official, but there's just no sort of like announcement just yet. So by the time I release this video, there most likely will be, so it'll just be my luck. So yeah, okay, so the actual crossover in questioning is the Turtles crossing over with Naruto. I'm pretty sure I said the name wrong, and I'm pretty sure I will be for the next couple of issues. Yeah. So yeah, with this, like, there's not really too much information that's been revealed just yet about this crossover, other than the fact that we know that it's going to be coming out in October. Now, the person who drew this cover is called Georgie Jimenez. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, so again, sorry. Oh god, this crossover is going to be the worst thing for me. So, yeah. And then also, to make this a little bit more interesting, which I do find to be quite interesting as well, is Vincent Frederick. Now, you might know him from doing the artwork on the Armageddon game, and also some of the stuff on the ongoing series, such as issue 145 to 150. And it's also going to be doing the mutination stuff. He did release a little photo a few, I don't know exactly when, but he released it a while back of Naruto, and this is more or less somewhat convincing me to make this more or less official, just because normally he does like to give out little snippets of what he's working on, little like previews of what he's like to, of what he's working, which is pretty interesting, really great. But when we see stuff like this, it really makes you question stuff like this. So yeah, okay, so then actually let's look at the cover, because this is all very good as of right now. And in terms of actual any information about this series, again, we don't know anything about this one just yet. And going off of like past crossovers, I'm assuming that this crossover will most likely be either like 4 or 5 issues. I doubt this one will be a one shot, but you never know. But just judging by the past few crossovers, it most likely will be like a 4 or 5 crossover issue thing, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, okay, let's take a look at this one. So yes, okay, so I'm glad the thing is scrolling down, be somewhat interesting. So we do get to see Naruto, I hope I'm saying that right. We do get to see him jumping off of Raphael's shell, and we do get to see the 4 turtles. And I must admit, I do like the turtles like the outfits which they're wearing. Now, if you can't tell, I don't know anything about Naruto, whatever he's called. So I don't know anything about the character, but I do know very little. So yeah, I mean, I know that Donatello, his whole costume, he's a character from the show. I think he might have the grey hair. Again, I don't know anything about Naruto, so yeah. But yeah, either way, looking at this, I do like the actual artwork for this one, and also the costumes. So for Mikey, we do get to see him. He's actually wearing the costume of Naruto, and I do think that looks pretty cool. This whole art style does remind me a lot of the Timothy and Power Rangers crossover quite a bit because of what they're doing here, but either way, it looks really cool, and I do think that the costumes do like fit the tools surprisingly really well, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but either way, I do like Mikey's one. His one looks really cool, and like really fits his character with all like the oranges and colours, and just the whole style of it. It just fits him a bit too well. So yeah, so then we've got Donnie. Now, like I said, his costume is based off a character. I don't know who, but I mean, with this one, I do find it a little bit weird, just because with Leo, Don, and Raph, they all have the headband that goes over the head, sort of like how Mutant Mayhem Raph is doing, Rise Raph, and Bay vs Raph. So I do find that to be pretty interesting compared to like Mikey, which doesn't have it. So I'm not too sure what's going on there, but It does look really cool. At the same time, it is giving me flashbacks to Next Mutation, so yikes, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess we'll quickly find out soon enough. But yeah, with this costume, I do like it quite a bit. It does look pretty cool on him. The only thing which I do gotta say about it as right now is that with the jacket, it's not going around his shell. So how is he able to get the jacket on without not removing his shell? That's the only thing which I gotta say about it. It just seems weird that he's been able to do that, but then again, Toad's been able to wear a lot more weirder costumes and not being able to think about logic behind all of it. But either way, this does look pretty cool, and I do like the little symbol on Donnie's head. I think it does look like quite a bit weird with like Leo and Don having the full headband and a thing. I don't know, something about it just seems a little bit weird, just because I'm so used to seeing Raph like it, and like seeing it here, it looks normal. But seeing Leo and Donnie, I don't know, I think it's just something about the art style that's just not really helping it. And if you do look at Leo, his one looks, I think his one looks the worst. I think his one doesn't really, like, I don't know, it feels like his one doesn't really fit his character, unlike all the other ones, which like really feels like it, like he's really blending in with the character and stuff like that. But with Leo's one, it just seems like they're just throwing on stuff onto his character and not really thinking about it all too much, which, yeah, I do find it to be a little bit weird. But this one just look like really just tacky and just, just throw some stuff on and hope for the best. So I guess there's that. And then if we do look at Raph, his one we can't get like a full good look at just as right now, but it is remind me a little bit of Baver's, bit of Miss Mayhem, bit of Rise. But yeah, I mean, just like as I already said, we don't have a good look at Raph right now, but this one does look pretty cool, I want to say. But yeah, and then also look, another thing which I do find to be quite interesting is that if you do look at the actual weapons of the turtles, they're actually the weapons of the 2012 turtles. Now this is something which did get me a little bit excited because, oh, maybe it's a 2012 crossover, but unfortunately I don't think it is, just because if you do look at Raph, he doesn't have the little like scar thing on his shell or like front bit there, so I don't think it is the 2012 turtles, which is a little bit disappointing, but at the same time, I can't complain all too much because maybe those versions might not work too well, but at the same time, maybe it could have. I don't know Naruto, so yeah. But yeah, so overall, this crossover, like, there's not really too much information we know so far, but judging by this like cover so far, this seems like it's going to be a really interesting and fascinating thing to see, like these turtles and crossing over with Naruto. From what I know about it, this could work, but I don't know Naruto, so maybe it might not work. So yeah, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, so there's that. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this news? Are you looking forward to it? Are you not? Do you think that this crossover will work? Am I even saying Naruto right? So yeah, let me know in the comment section below and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's going for today, guys. If you're something, please share. Let's just grab on stuff. Goodbye, yo. Bye.